We all know that Optifine is the king of Minecraft mods. Literally almost every player uses it. But today, I'm going to prove that wrong, because this modded setup is actually better than Optifine. These mods give you an unbelievable FPS boost and many other great perks. Also, there's no need to worry about losing any features from Optifine, because most of them are covered with these mods. Just a few things before we get started. These are all client-side mods, so only you have to install them. And you're going to need Fabric to install these mods, not Forge. One of the main reasons that people install Optifine is for the FPS, but Sodium is so much better. You can see the Optifine FPS is about 30, that's great, but look at the Sodium FPS, 100, that's an insane upgrade, the FPS is tripled. After seeing that, you cannot tell me that Optifine is the best FPS mod. Sodium also makes the game look a bit better in quite subtle ways. If you want just FPS, then Sodium on its own will be fine, but Optifine still has way more features, such as shaders. Shaders are awesome, they make the game look so much better, so Optifine is obviously the best mod to use if you want shaders, right? Well, let me introduce you to Iris. For this mod to work, you need to have Sodium installed as well, but that means that when you use shaders, you will have amazing FPS. Unfortunately, my computer is a literal potato, so I still can't run shaders. But if you have a decent PC, then you should be able to run shaders smoothly. Also with Iris, you can toggle shaders on and off with a hotkey, and there's no more having to wait through a loading screen to turn on shaders. With Iris, it does it almost instantly. Also, the video settings screen is way easier to navigate. These mods are great, but there's still some Optifine features that still makes it the best mod. One of them is the zoom feature, but luckily there's a mod called Logical Zoom that does the exact same thing. And another feature in Optifine is the dynamic lighting, which is when you hold a light source, it'll light up the surrounding area, and it does the same thing with items on the ground. But the mod Lamb Dynamic Lights covers that as well. And there we have it, the modded setup that is better than Optifine. Unfortunately, we can't cover every feature in Optifine, so I've made a list of pros and cons of installing these mods. The pros are better FPS, the game looks a bit better, instant switching between shaders, toggleable shaders, and clearer video settings screen. The cons are no connected textures such as glass, sandstone and bookshelves, but this can be solved using a texture pack, no better grass, but this also can be solved using a texture pack, and a limit of 32 render distance. There are a lot more pros than cons, so in my opinion, these mods are a lot better than Optifine. You can find all the links to these mods in the description, and if you learned something, then don't forget to subscribe.